If you can see me, drop me a 777. I'm not sure what's wrong with my lighting. I'm just close the curtains. Okay, if you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and we'll make a start. Thank you, B. And I apologize for the lighting earlier. It's a beautiful day, so obviously I've got the sun shining on me from that angle over there. Anyway, I've addressed that. And again, welcome everyone to the call. And looking at who's on the call at the moment, we've got a lot more people to come on the call, but I'm gonna make a start anyway. Can you all please put a message in your groups to let them know that we're on the call and that we've started? And yeah, let's continue. So again, welcome everyone to the call and let me know where you're from. I can see people here from London, Leicester. We have Italy in the house as well, and London, several people from London. So again, welcome to the call. Hugglescote as well. Sorry, I apologize. Hugglescote in Leicestershire is on the call. So if you can hear me clearly, please drop me a 333 in the chat box. I've got my window open today, so I'm not sure if the audio is good, but thank you for that, B. Thank you, Abuday. Now, it's going to be a fairly short call today. I just wanted to, say hello to everyone and also talk about success and the principles of success. And also, while I'm doing the presentation, if you have any questions to do with anything, to do with the academy, how you're getting on, any issues with building the business, with trading, drop me a message via the chat box. I'm going to try and keep my chat box open while I'm going through my short presentation, so I will be able to see your questions. So if you can see the screen now, again, drop me a 333 in the chat box, and I've got my chat box open at the same time as well. So yeah, any questions, let me know how you're getting on, and then I can address those questions. Obviously, with our groups, sometimes it's difficult for people to ask questions publicly, but you can send me a private message via the chat box now. Let me know how you're getting on. Any questions that you want me to answer, I'll answer them during this presentation as well. So what I want to talk about today are my 7 basic steps to massive success. Now, the good news is that we do these presentations all the time, so you will have come across some of these steps before, but I want to reiterate some of them because it's very, very important. People tend to forget, and also I want to make sure that these things are top of mind always. So the first step to massive success is desire. So you need to ensure that you have desire always. Now, if you haven't done this exercise already, please do this straight away. Ask yourself, what do I want? Is it all about becoming a master trader? I mean, if you became a master trader, would that ensure that your desire has been met? Quite often, it's not all about becoming a master trader or a master builder within the organization. There's something deeper than that. Why are you doing this? Ask yourself today, why am I doing this? If you're like me, you've written down your 100 reasons, and I do have a book somewhere. I've actually got all my goals in this book here. So all my goals are in photographs within this book. So photographs are very, very important. And in this book are my desires. So I know why I am doing this always. And often in the business, it's very easy to forget. If the business isn't going so well for whatever reason, obviously the business is all ebbs and flows, peaks and troughs. You have this in every business, ups and downs. And sometimes when you have a down or downs, you tend to forget why you are doing the business. So it's important, if you have a book like this, mine's A5 in size, and all my goals, all the cars I want, all the houses I want, the family, the personal goals as well, everything is in the book. And I add to that book always. So it's an active project. So make sure you have a similar book or diary, call it whatever you want to. Mine is a leather-bound book, so quite a nice book, and my goals are in there. So by doing this, you know exactly where you are headed and why you are doing this business. This business is not about Bitcoin, it's not about trading. It's about your goals and the fact that you have a desire to achieve those goals. So make sure that everything's in there, the vacations you want, the body that you're looking for, if you want to support your parents, your siblings, your family, your kids, put it in the book and put it in visual format. Okay, so I don't necessarily have a vision board. I have a vision environment. So in front of my desk, I'm in the office at the moment. In front of my desk, I've got all my visions in front of me, so I'm seeing them every day. I have them in my diary. When I go to the bedroom, I have them there as well. I have them in the bathroom, in the car, wherever I go, I can see why I'm doing this. So desire is so, so important. Make sure your desire is there. You know, why am I doing this? Over and over again, you need to ask yourself, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this over and beyond a job? As an example, a job, as we all know, is an acronym for just on broke. And I don't know, in fact, I know very, very few people that have become financially free via a job. It's probably 0.01%, if not even less than that, become financially free from a job. One of the reasons you're doing this is because the income opportunity is limitless. Okay, it's infinite. Compare that to a job where you're limited, certainly but by the organization, by inflation, whatever it is, you are limited in income. And here you've got multiple streams of income and you can achieve your goal. You can make your yearly income your monthly via this organization. And that is why we're doing this. Yes, this call is being recorded, send a message. And for those of people in your team, for those people that did not manage to make this meeting, please send them a link of the recording after this presentation. It's a YouTube link. Please make sure that your team are on this presentation as well. If they can't make it live, it's okay. They can get the recorded link afterwards. Success is 95% mindset. The 5% is the strategy and skill. I talk about this all the time. You have to make sure that your mindset is in the right place, and desire is one of the most important things to get you there. And obviously we have belief as well. And again, going back to desire and I suppose belief in here as well, is that for things to change, you have to change. Okay, write that down. For things to change, you have to change. Sometimes people think that things are going to change for them automatically. You'll get the house that you desire automatically, or the car that you want, just because you're thinking about it. But in all honesty, you have to change yourself for that desire to become reality. So always very, very, very important. For things to change, you have to change. Now, coming to belief and desire to some extent are related. Now, the skill set comes in here as well. If you have the belief and the desire, the skill set, the skills will come naturally to you, because you will go out there to ensure that you're hitting those skills. As an example, if you want to become a 6-figure earner or 7-figure earner, then you need to do what a 6 or 7-figure earner is doing. Now, how do you know what a 6 and 7-figure earner does every single day? In our group, in our WhatsApp groups, we have 6 and 7-figure earners. In the Zoom presentations that we do at the moment, we have 6 and 7-figure earners. When you go in and log into the academy, you will get access to 6 and 7-figure earners. So just by attending those presentations, you will receive clues as to how we operate on a daily basis. You need to ensure that you master the skill that will help you to achieve your 6 or 7-figure earners. And the way you can do that is through your mentors, and also through the presentations that we do every single day. You need to become an expert at prospecting, at presenting, at edifying. Your personal development, I'll talk about that later, is key as well. And also promoting. You need to be a top dog in all those key areas. How do you become a top dog? Again, by attending the calls. So I congratulate you for attending this call today. But again, I'm not the only trainer or the mentor here. We have many, many other mentors. Use the system, okay? You need to ensure that you use the system and that your people, your teams attend all the calls. So if your belief is there, if your desire is there, you will do these things naturally without me having to ask you to do them, or your mentor having to ask you to do these things. These things will become natural to you. That's why belief and desire are so important. Now, when you're looking at your mentors and you're seeing yourself in the shoes of a 7-figure earner, you need to look at your self-image as well. How do you see yourself? My question to you is, how do you see yourself? How you see yourself is how everybody else sees you as well. Would you buy from you? Would you buy from you? Would you buy a product or service from you? If the answer is no, then you have to change yourself. You have to change your self-image, and henceforth your external persona will change on the back of that. B, you are a seven-figure earner. It's done. I'm just replying to one of the chat messages. That is done for you, B. All you have to do is ensure that you're being persistent and consistent every single day. Now, in the last couple of months, I've had a few down days, where things haven't gone as they wanted to. But again, that's where my goal book, my desire and belief came in. And I went back to my golden book, and I made sure that I carried on. So persistence and consistency are so important, and related to all of that is your self-image. You have to build a winning self-image. Okay, build a winning self-image. If it means that you have to go out and buy that suit that you desire, then go and do that. Now, what I've noticed about myself is, if I'm wearing a t-shirt and jeans, sometimes, well, definitely I feel different to when I'm wearing a suit. So if I'm wearing a designer suit, compare that to wearing a t-shirt and jeans, it's totally different. Excuse me. If I'm going to a meeting in a t-shirt and jeans, it just does not work. Whereas if you're wearing, an expensive suit and you look the part of a seven-figure earner, which is who you are, then you'll find that your confidence will, well, everyone can see your confidence, and people are more likely to buy from you. So if I'm walking into the Dorchester in London, or the Savoy in London, I would feel a lot different if I was to walk into those hotels if I was wearing a t-shirt and jeans, or if I was wearing a very, very good expensive suit. So your persona, your self-image is very, very important, and these things will help you to hit your goals. And of course, the desire and belief on the back of that will help you to get there. And again, when you see yourself as a seven-figure earner, once you've been there, it's easier to get there, even if you've been there in your mind. Some of you I can see on this call are gym goers. You like to go to the gym, you like to stay healthy. What you'll know is that your muscles retain memory. So you've got two people, and one person has been going to the gym regularly, and because of this lockdown, he hasn't been to the gym for, let's say, a year and a half. The other person has never been to a gym ever in his life. If they both went to the gym and started lifting weights, you will find that the person who's been to the gym before will become bigger, if that's what he's intending to do, will get a bigger volume in his muscles than the other guy, because muscles have memory. Okay, you've been there before in the gym, you can get there again much quicker than if you had not been there before. Does that make sense? Drop me a 111 if that makes sense. The same applies to business. So once your mind expands, it never goes back. Once your mind expands, it never goes back, which is why it's so important for you to live in the position of the person that you want to become. Thank you, Nisha, Olha B, Daniel. Yeah, once your mind expands, it never goes back. So please always try and think as if you have already achieved your goals. I talk about this on most of my presentations, and the reason I do this is because it's so important. Now, on our weekly calls on Sundays that we have at 9 p.m, where we have other millionaires on the call talking about this, and the reason we talk about this is because it works. Okay, this works. The desire, the belief, seeing yourself where you want to be, this all works. Number 3 is be humble and have gratitude. Who knows how to become humble? Does anybody know? Just drop me a message in the chat box. How do you become humble and show gratitude? How do you become humble and show gratitude? There's a very, very easy answer to this. Just look at yourself as a person. In the last, let's say last week or so, in the last 7 days, how many times have you said thank you and or please? So whenever you speak, whenever you're requesting something, say please. And whenever something happens that you requested, say thank you. 1,000,000 times be brilliant. Sometimes obviously I forget as well sometimes, but again, the more times you say thank you, the more times you say please, because whatever you say you become, you'll find that you will naturally become humble and you will have gratitude. The better a person you become, the higher your income. I'll say that again. The better a person you become, the higher your income. The more humble you are, the more gratitude you have, the higher your income. Now, some of you might say, now hold on, I know a multi-millionaire and he's the most rudest person I've ever met. You know, how can this person be a multi-millionaire and be a rude idiot at the same time? The answer to that is that when this person was on his route to becoming a multi-millionaire, he would have been humble and gratitude. It's once he's become a multi-millionaire that he's ended up becoming a rude and, you know, whatever type of person that he is at the moment. So again, a challenge to every single person on the call. If you're not already making those 7 figures, once you become that 7-figure earner, please retain that humility and please obviously be humble and be gratitude, even though you've reached your destination. Okay, life is a journey, and also there's the end goal, the destination. But please ensure that you're humble and have gratitude all the way through your journey, and also when you hit your end goals. Very, very important. Don't be like that rude multi-millionaire that we all know. Number 4, your 5 senses. Okay, so whatever you touch, whatever you feel, whatever you smell, all very, very important. Whatever you taste, when it comes to hitting your goals. Now, someone was talking about this, I think, was it a few days ago, and this is something that I've never done before myself. I mean, I've been to the $10 million homes. I've been, you know, I've sat in cars worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. I've even bought very, very expensive cars and homes. I've done it all. Okay, when it goes to getting to the next level, just an exercise that you can try is get yourself a bottle. I don't know if you've heard this before, just drop me a 777 in the chat box. Get yourself a bottle of water, an empty bottle of water, and when you're in that million or multi-million pound home, scoop the air in that home. When you're sitting in that, you know, £100,000 plus car, scoop the air in that car. And once you've got it, take it home with you, and then you can sniff it. You can sniff it. And that is, again, part of the 5 senses. If you think this is crazy, trust me, we have people who are making over £1 million or dollars a month who have done this in the past, and they're doing this today as well. You might look a little bit strange going into a, you know, like a £10 million house with an empty bottle of water, but what you can do is have some water in there in the first place, drink it all while you're in the house, and then scoop the air. When you go home, you can sniff that every now and again and imagine yourself living within that property. Now, who on this call thinks they can do that in the next, let's say, 7 to 30 days? Okay, yep, brilliant. So yes, just do that. I know B is looking for Tesla at the moment. So B, in your particular case, the first thing you need to do, if you haven't done this already, but I'm sure you have, is test drive the vehicle. The second thing is just try it. Try this, and if it works, you owe me one. If this works, B, you owe me a large dinner. Is that a deal? So basically, use your 5 senses, and obviously, you know, affirmations. Always affirm to yourself. I'm not going to talk about affirmations in detail today, but whenever you're, you know, let your imagination go and do not suppress your dreams ever. Do not ever suppress your dreams. Let your imagination go. Let it flow to where you want to go. Okay, it's a bit of a poem in there, but yeah. So let your imagination flow to wherever you want to go, and you'll find it will happen. Sometimes the best dreamers get there, you know, get whatever they're dreaming about quicker. So become a dreamer, but obviously do the work behind it as well. It's not just about dreaming. It's the self-image, the belief system, the affirmations. In fact, you have to be obsessed with your goals. I talked about this on my call last week, and my question was, how many of you actually dreamt about achieving your goals? And I think a handful of you said, yes, that was me. So please make sure that you have the winning self-image, the discipline, and be persistent and change your environment to the environment that you see yourself in a year's time, in 3 years' time, in 5 years' time. Make sure that whatever you read, whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you taste and touch is akin to what you are looking to achieve, certainly within your personal life. So again, that's so important. So vision, belief, leadership, very, very important. And the work ethic is in there as well. I'll talk about that shortly. Number 5, have a pleasing personality. Now, how many of you on this call have a pleasing personality? Give me a show of hands in the chat box if you have a pleasing personality. Okay, just 2 of you. I've only had 2 messages. How many of you on this call has a pleasing personality? How many of you think that you have a pleasing personality? Now, if you have a pleasing personality, Daniel, people will want to be around you. So if people want to be around you and they see you as someone they want to go and speak to, they see you as a light source as opposed to someone who drains their energy, then you have a pleasing personality. If you care about people, you have a pleasing personality. If you like building relationships and retaining those relationships, then you have a pleasing personality. A good book to read is the one I've got here. Can you see this book? How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And if you look at this book, I don't know if you can see all my post-it notes in there. I read this book years ago, probably well over 10 years ago. And if you haven't got this book at the moment, a bit of homework for you is go and get yourself a book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a really, really good book, trust me, and it will help you to get that pleasing personality. Now, whenever you're speaking to someone, it's always good to try and determine what color they are. Are they a red? Is this person a resource-orientated person? Are they blue? Are they cautious, precise, analytical? Are they caring, a green? Are they more for the environment and people around them, or are they yellow? So if you can determine what kind of person you are speaking to, and you can change or mold your language, not just your physical or verbal language, but also your body language as well, to that person's personality, you will find that the relationship will be much stronger. You'll have empathy towards that person. And also, if you're prospecting someone, they will more likely buy from you. So try and determine the personality of the person that you're speaking to. How do you determine the personality of the person that you're speaking to? You get this from the language that they speak and also their body language. So watch them, listen to them very, very carefully, and you'll be able to determine what kind of personality traits that person has, and then your language should mirror that. And if you can do that in prospecting, you'll find that a higher percentage of people that you're prospecting will actually become customers. So try and read the person that you're speaking to, and this will help you to not just have a pleasing personality, but also to retain those relationships. I'll talk about this in the edifying training that I did a few weeks ago as well, and you can watch that. It's on YouTube on my channel somewhere. Please watch that as well. How to edify people, and I talk about personality traits on there as well, because personality traits are extremely important, certainly when you're using edification to ensure that your prospect becomes a customer. Number 6, just checking what time it is, almost finished now. Number 6 is always be growing. Does anyone know how you should be growing? This is through personal development. This is through reading books, listening to audio. I've got several books just near my desk here that I'm reading at the moment, and just a couple within within hand's reach. So this is the first book. I've read this a long time ago. I'm going to read it again soon. And also another book I'm reading at the moment is The Master Key System. And the third book, just out of hand's reach, is Hung by the Tongue, another book I'm reading at the moment. So I'm actually reading 3 books at the moment. Can you believe that? I'm reading 3 books at the moment. One of those books I've read before, a couple I haven't. So I tend to like doing multitasking. So please make sure that you're growing all the time. Your personal development regimen is so important. What you can do is, what I do is I have a diary. I have a diary on my mobile, and also I have a paper diary as well, which again is on my desk. So I've got a paper diary and also a diary on my phone. And you have to be regimental, because what you'll find is that certain things that you will actually miss out in your daily activities, like the personal development, 95% of success is mindset, and personal development is related to that. If your personal development is good and you're growing every single day, everything else will follow. So you need to make sure that you've got time in your diary to do personal development. What I tend to do personally is that when I'm in the gym, I don't listen to music, I listen to personal development audios. So if I'm in the gym for 45 minutes to 1 hour, that's my personal development done for the day. You don't need to do 6 hours a day. Half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour every single day is good. It's those people that can do that every single day and are persistent and consistent, they will achieve the massive success that they're hoping to achieve. It's the people that will do, you get the odd person that will do 3 hours or 6 hours in one day and then not do anything for 6 months. That's not the way to do it. Half an hour a day, 45 minutes, 1 hour a day, that's all you need. And whether that's audio, video, if you can do all 3, audio, video, and reading, awesome. If you can only do video or audio, that's fine as well. But just be growing every single day, have a personal development regimen, and have a growth and expansion mindset. Very, very important. Who are the richest people in this industry? Find them, copy them, and relate to them. And again, you can do this because we have them on our presentations. We do presentations every single week, and just next week, for those of you that have hit a certain rank within this organization, we'll have some very, very special training. I'm not going to talk about that just yet, but again, that's going to be, next Sunday at, I think, 10 p.m. So just UK time, make a note of that. But you do need to, hit a certain rank to get that training. That is quite important because it shows us that you are willing to do what it takes to hit success. So just bear that in mind. Personal development is so important. Now, the last thing is take action. You can do 1 to 6 and every single day until the cows come home. And if you don't take any action, nothing will happen in your life. So by action, I mean you're doing if you're building in the organization, you're doing the 4 Ps that I talked about earlier. If you're trading, you're making sure that you're on the trading calls every single day. So take action. If you have the first 6 covered, the take action will come automatically for you. If you have the belief and the desire, you know where you're headed, you've got everything in your little book here, your goals, then the action will come automatically. But sometimes you have to push yourself. So please do take action always. And there's no reason why you won't hit that massive success. Looking at the list of people earlier on this call, there's a few new people on this call. If you want to connect to me, you can do so. I'm on social media. Let's connect on social media as well, because when it comes to prospecting, I can help you there as well, because I have a lot of content on my social media pages. Feel free to share that content on your pages as well, and together we can grow as a team. So again, if you have any final questions, please drop me a chat message. But again, that's all I wanted to say today. We're doing the guest presentation on Wednesday, so not long to go now. In 2 days, we're doing the guest presentation. Please aim to get at least 3 people each on that call. If you have any problems with anything, you can reach out to me via SMS, WhatsApp, or give me a call. I'm here to ensure that you succeed, because your success is my success. So my name is Dr. Jav. Again, thank you for jumping on this call. I shall see you all on Wednesday, and then certainly next Monday as well. Thank you. God bless, and I'll see you soon.